Hey guys, isn't it incredible that every person in this world has the same amount of time? I don't care if you're Beyonce or Elon Musk or even like the Queen. We all have 24 hours in every day. And the incredible thing is that the God of this universe wants to be involved with all of those hours. Sometimes in church circles, we talk about this thing called a quiet time. And that's like a daily time with God to pray, to read the Bible, to worship, which is great. To be fair, I don't probably love the phrase quiet time. I think sometimes it shouldn't be quiet. There's definitely times where we should be quiet. But I maybe prefer quality time or devotional time with God. But it's kind of like a daily check-in that we talk of with God as well. And this is so important. This is maybe a time of investment in your relationship with God. It could be in the morning, in the evening, whatever it is. And if you don't have this sort of time set aside with God each day, I would 100% encourage you to do that. But you know what? Like, God is actually interested in the rest of your day as well. Sometimes I don't always remember that, but I need to remind myself that actually the other 23 hours, if you're spending an hour with God in the morning, maybe it is half an hour, maybe it's 10 minutes, whatever. But actually, God is interested in the other 23 hours of our day as well. And I think that if we want our lives to be full of spiritual life and vitality, we need to engage with God, not just in the morning or in our quiet time, but actually in the other 23 hours of our day. I think we run into trouble when we become reliant on our quiet time every day. So hear me right. I'm not saying don't do that. Don't say it's not really, really important. Yes, it is. But I know for me, there's been times where I've been distracted, or I've woken up late, or there's been times where I've forgotten to, okay, I need to have my time with God. And then therefore I've gone the rest of the day feeling guilty, overwhelmed, feeling just condemned, which to be fair are all like the worst motivators in your walk with God. But the goal of being a Christian is to know Jesus, to know him more. And in these times each day, these quality times with him, you will learn to recognize his voice. And as you do that, you will learn to recognize his voice throughout the rest of the day as well. But if we pin all our hopes on our own consistency, then we will fail, we will let ourselves down as well. But actually, what's important is to rely on him and to have that holistic view of our relationship with God. Over the last maybe 5 years or so, I've been on a bit of a health journey to try and get healthier, try and get fitter, that kind of thing, after sort of taking time when I was burnt out in leadership. And so one thing that I've learned I want to share with you guys today is this, that you can go to the gym every day even, you work hard, you exercise, that is really good. But if on the way home from the gym you just go and get a takeaway, Five Guys, McDonald's, I don't know, Domino's, whatever it is, you always do that after your takeaway, after your gym session, then your life is not actually going to be necessarily healthier. See, it really matters that 1 hour in the gym, but actually the other factors in your life really matter as well in the other 23 hours of the day. For example, your diet, your nutrition, those things are really important if you actually want to be physically healthy. And I think that's the same with our relationship with God. If we want to have a healthy relationship with God, it's not just about our quiet time in the mornings, but actually it's about the other 23 hours in our day. I wonder if sometimes the reason that we're not feeling full of life or passionate for God is not necessarily how we're spending the 1 hour with God, but actually how we're spending the 23 hours with God. I know there's been people that have been talking about, I struggle with reading the Bible each day, I struggle with prayer each day. But have you thought about how you're spending the rest of your time? For example, if you're struggling with addiction to pornography, you know what? That will eat away at your desire to read the Bible. That's the natural consequence of that. If we have unresolved conflict with family, with friends, that will hinder our prayer life. If we're stuffing our face with sugary snacks and takeaways and all that kind of stuff, it will affect our hunger for the Word. So it's not just about how we spend that 1 hour, but actually how we're spending the 23 hours around that as well. I do often wonder if there's any correlation about the volume of Netflix I'm watching and the amount of the Bible that I'm reading as well. I think, as one goes up, the other does go down. And actually, God has given each one of us tasks to do, purposes to fulfill, things to do for Him, but also He wants us to do it with Him as well. In our days, He wants us to partner with Him. He wants us to receive His love, not just at 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night or whenever. And He doesn't want us just to sort of be filled with His presence then and His love then, and then just go about our rest of our day without acknowledging, without receiving any more of that love, like some sort of wind-up toy that's just wound up at the start of the day and set off. But actually, He wants to partner with us. He wants to show us grace, love throughout the whole day as well. So let me give you a question maybe to reflect on. Is there anything in your life right now, in the other 23 hours of your day, that is affecting your time with God? Is there something you need to cut back on, or to start on, or to stop? Is there something there that is affecting how you're spending time with God, in that quality time with Him? Is there things outside of that time that's affecting that in a positive or a negative way? Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. I can't wait to be back with you soon.